Oh, hello there. This is KerbalGear that you are watching, and now, I am sitting in a car. Today I will be taking a look on this antique Hulsker Model 330S car. This was obviously produced, manufactured, designed, patented and made by the Hulsker Group. What is the Hulsker Group? Well, to make a short story long, in 1898, Herbert George Dortfan Adenauer Ivanovich Shetland Arzen McGregory Doris Jens Hulsker Jefferson Johnson III Jr., Kerman, founded the Hulsker Group. He wanted to design stuff with his son Jeff. They designed steam engines, cars, boats, electronics and even flip-flops, whips and wet waffles for Friday occasions. Anyways, we are getting sidetracked. Yeah, so, this is the Hulsker Model 330S car. What the 3 stands for I don't know, the 30 I have no idea, but I do know that the S stands for sport, I think. This model was created by Herbert's great-grandson in 1968 or 1998, I don't remember. Enough talk. Let's just get to driving. Wow, amazing. Now what the actual is that crash noise? One thing I should let you know, this thing can only take you at about 25 kilometers an hour, but if you activate the turbo, I could go up to about 170 kilometers an hour. Which is still quite slow. But oh my god, this thing handles pretty well. That was absolutely terrifying. But since I am generally a lucky man and I have eaten Lucky Charms today, I am unhurt. But apart from the car having been disconnected from half the motor, the back wheel having exploded, and the car is generally punctured in every way, I think it is time to continue. Why doesn't it go? Screw my nuts. I'll just activate the turbo. And there we go. Nice. Let's fix this chap. And while we are at it, let's check some of the vehicle statistics and features. The Hulsker 3-30S is fitted out with the well-known and classic 18E2 fanned PEC Mark V motor. 18E stands for 18 electrical units, PEC means petrol electric converter and 2 fanned meaning 2 fanners for the turbo. This engine works by burning fuel and converting it into electricity. This electricity powers the rear wheels and the turbo. The turbo makes it so the power directs into the fans, making them spin, adding insane amounts of torque and RPM into the motor, then the car will go super speed. This means that the car only kinda has 2 gears. The first being the normal rear-wheel drive, and the second one being the fast turbo. So then it is your choice when driving on the road, breaking the speed limit and drive at 170 km per hour, or break the slow limit at 20 km per hour at snail speed. Other than that, the engine is an oversized piece of garbage, the rear window is tiny, and the storage? Well, there is none. If you haven't guessed it yet, this is a race car only. And about the handling, well, it sucks like a dog trying to fetch a ghost stick. If you try to make a turn above 80 km per hour, or as you dirty filthy weird people would say, 49 miles per hour, absolutely disgusting. Moving on, yes, the handling, turning above 80 km per hour is like jumping off a cliff, it just doesn't work. What else can I say about the car? Well, it is pretty much terrible in any way, but it has quite nice interior and surprisingly has great suspension, which I didn't really expect of a sports car, but, you know, nice to have. Well, right now I am wearing Spider-Man underwear. Nah, I am done talking, let's do something with this junk. To the drag race field. But first, there is one thing I want to address. Kerbal Space Program 2 is actually being released this very second as I speak, 15 o'clock Friday 24th, February 2023. This is not planned. This is a basic coincidence and not planned at all. KerbalGear would have been made right now anyways. Ain't that cool? Anyways, back to the show. To the drag race. Now let's test that goddamn speed. Turbo on. Well, that was quite bad actually. How this car was accepted as a racing car on commercial use, I can't even imagine how that came to be. But it is my destiny to find out what this car is actually good for. It is certainly not racing or of civilian everyday use. So bear with me here. What can it do? Well, let's try to tow a massive load and see how much torque it has, which is what you need when towing huge loads. Also, I have feet made of flesh, with nerves in them like a Crème being, not lumps of lead, yoked to an incompetent oaf. Since this car is a sports car, it did not have a towing hook, so I had built a metal rod and welded it into the car. Well, this ain't working, I can barely turn, maybe in 2024 I have turned around. This acceleration is dreadful, this is no car, this cannot do anything, I cannot get over 15 kilometers per hour, even with the turbo. You know what? I will have to do this justice, such a vehicle cannot exist on our planet. So, to prove to you how much I hate this car, and how bad it actually is, and to show you that I am not actually a psychopath, I Neilsey Crème will launch an intercontinental ballistic missile into the roof of this car. F the car, watch it go.